Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a video about how I personally become more self-aware slash how I raise my vibration. Yeah, basically things around that subject. I wanted to give you guys 6 things that I personally do every day to make myself more self-aware. So the first thing that I do is that when I wake up in the morning, I think about things that I am grateful for. It doesn't always have to be in the morning, but I feel like it's best in the morning because it's something very easy to do, and it's as simple as just waking up and just saying, I'm grateful that I was able to wake up today. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I'm able to have food to make for breakfast. A lot of times what I personally do is if I forget to do it first thing in the morning, when I'm making breakfast, I will sit there and just recite things that I'm grateful for during that time. And I try to do this throughout the day. So usually when I first wake up, when I'm making breakfast, and a lot of times when I take a shower at the end of the day, I will then again reiterate and just say like what I'm grateful for. The second thing that I try to do is meditate. So this is something that I am new to, but I've been trying here and there, but I'm trying to be more consistent with it because it's something that I find really does help me personally. When I first started meditating, it was definitely, I don't want to say weird, but it was something very new to me. I'm someone that my mind is always like this. I'm always thinking about the future, or I'll think about random things that happened in the past, or I'm, just always on go. And I felt like meditation would be the perfect thing for me because, again, since my mind is always, the wheels are always turning up there, meditating really lets my mind settle and let me just think and take a breather. So I will link some meditations that I do. So I obviously everything's at our fingertips on YouTube. So one thing that I do, I have a couple meditations that I do in the morning, and it's as simple as 10 minutes. There's definitely some meditations on YouTube that are like an hour long, 30 minutes, but I feel like my attention span is like this. So I try to keep it short. I pick a meditation that's short but effective for me. So what I'll do, I'll wake up maybe like 15 minutes before I actually usually get up and get out of bed, and I have like 10-minute meditations. I try to keep around 10 minutes, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. And the first thing I do, I wake up in the morning, take a deep breath. I just get my phone, I kind of pop my AirPods in, and I just do that meditation first thing in the morning. So I'll either choose to do like just relaxing meditations just to get myself prepared for the day, or I will do meditations that have affirmations in them, and that just really sets my mind for the day and really starts my day on a good foot. So I really try to incorporate that right in the beginning of the day. The third thing I do, me personally, I will take the time to read the Bible / spend time with God, whether it's saying a prayer, whether it's just taking my Bible out and reading a couple verses, listening to a sermon. I really try to keep myself grounded in God. So what I try to do once a week, I will listen to a sermon, and usually the sermons are like an hour long, so that's why I will do it once a week, almost like, if you're going to church every Sunday. So I'll listen to a sermon once a week, usually first thing in the morning, and it's as simple as putting my AirPods in. I can literally do whatever I need to do for the morning and also listen to the sermon. But what I try to do is literally just set that time aside to just really just focus on the Bible and read the word. So when I do that, I'll wake up, like an hour early, let's just say. I'll get my Bible. I have a notebook, not this one per se, but I have a notebook and I have a Bible that I will take notes and just, pray and give that hour to God and myself, and, just reset my week with Him, and just like whatever's on my heart, I get it out, and I'm able to start the day with a fresher mind, and I'm able to start the morning with my spirit just a little bit more lifted. The fifth thing that I try to do is moment of silence throughout the day. So I feel like this is very hard for a lot of us. I feel like, again, we're in a world that everything is at our fingertips. Something is always playing in the background, something's always going on in our mind. The news is on, our game is on, our phone is, we're TikTok and all these apps. And I really try to just take time to just sit in silence and just really feel how I'm feeling, because a lot of times I feel like we go through the day on autopilot, and that's one thing I feel like you kind of have to break, because that's very important when trying to become self-aware. You have to stop going on autopilot, and you have to sometimes we go through the day, and then at the end of the day we'll notice that we feel some sort of way, or we'll feel sluggish, we'll feel like not in a good mood, and then we'll kind of sit and think, wait, what happened? Like, how did I get here? Like, our minds are just so like in a zone that we don't realize that we're not really assessing how we feel throughout the day. We're not noticing any changes in our minds and our body and our emotions. So usually I'll do this more toward the end of the day, because that's why, I have meditation in the morning, and then during the end of the day, I usually try to do this when I am in the shower, because I feel like that's the easiest way people can do this, because we're not taking, well, I would hope, because sometimes I'm guilty of doing this. I take my phone in the shower and I'll literally play a YouTube video in the shower. Do not judge me. But I try to just like go take a shower and just really just sit and think and just see how I'm feeling, just kind of like reassess how my day went. So again, I feel like that's the perfect thing. Obviously, you have to figure out when during the day you can do these things. I feel like for everybody, the shower might be like the perfect time to just take a moment of silence, to just take a deep breath, see how you're feeling, take a nice hot shower, and just kind of release any negative energy that you may have been harboring throughout the day. Perfect time to say what you're grateful for, because that releases any negative energy. Just really ground yourself and see, like, if there's anything bothering you, you can assess it then and kind of like, reroute your day, and also, try to like end your day on a better note. So the last thing that I try to do is journal. When I was younger, I used to journal a lot. Like, I would journal like nobody's business. Like, it was crazy. And then after a while, I just really stopped journaling. And this is something I'm really trying to incorporate now, because I feel like journaling for me is just a really good outlet. And I feel like it's something that everybody should try to incorporate in their life, because a lot of times, again, we're not aware of how we're feeling, and sometimes when we are aware of how we're feeling and we are feeling kind of down and kind of sad about certain situations that we can't immediately solve, we just kind of internalize it and harbor it and carry it with us throughout the day, throughout the next day, throughout the week, throughout the month. And I feel like it's very important with feelings that you cannot maybe solve right in that moment, or something that's just weighing you down, and let's just say you don't feel comfortable talking about it with someone, or you don't have somebody you can talk about it with. I think it's really important to just like write it down and release those feelings, get it out in some way, shape, or form, because I am guilty of having something bothering me that, let's just say, I cannot solve immediately. I won't talk to anybody, because I feel like I'm a very just like closed person in general, so I won't talk to anybody, and I will just carry these feelings with me and not even realize that I am. So it will leak into my relationships, it'll leak into my mood, it will leak into so many things. And for me, I feel like it's very important to just get those feelings out. And when you get those feelings out on paper and you kind of read it over, sometimes you're able to reassess how you're feeling, sometimes you're able to reassess the situation that you're in and kind of come to a conclusion. So I think journaling is super, super important, and it's as simple as, even you don't need like to spend $50 on a self-awareness journal and all this stuff. You can literally just get a piece of paper, write your feelings down, and throw it out. As long as you release those feelings, it'll make you feel so much better. And I feel like that's also a way that you're raising your energy, you're raising your vibration, and you're becoming more self-aware of what's going on inside internally. So those are my 6 things that I do to become more self-aware. I hope they're helpful to you guys. Again, it's all a work in progress. Life is a journey. There's things that we're gonna have to do trial and error. Just because these things work for me might not work for you, but it's worth a try, you know? I feel like what we have to do is make sure that we make an effort to try to make ourselves feel better, to feel more confident, to feel more self-aware, and it'll really make a difference in your life. So I really do hope that if you don't take everything, you take one thing and maybe incorporate it, and who knows, it might make a very significant change and get the ball rolling to where you feel just more one with yourself. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.